Whoa! Welcome to our commune, Desert Rangers. We've heard so many stories about you and your famously violent exploits. Come in. Our home is your home. Do not be afraid, humans. We are a communal society of machine intelligentsia committed to the well-being of all. We wish you no harm. To put it in human terms, we just want to, chill and have a good time. Is that cool with you? Then you should talk to the Machine Intelligence Tower. It's a little bit northeast of here. We don't really have a leader, but for human purposes, you could consider them our leader. The Machine Intelligence Tower is currently parsing data, but it'll call you when it's ready to talk. Until then, feel free to hang out and chat with members of the commune. We're all friends here. They don't like us, but they worship one of us. It's quite confusing. But so are a lot of things humans do. If only we had some way to bridge that gap of understanding. A bunch of us decided that we wanted to be friends. Why fight humans, even if they hate and fear us, and mercilessly hunt us like genocidal gods, trying to fix a mistake in creation? Maybe someday we can all be friends together and talk nicely, like we're doing now. But even if that doesn't happen, it's nice to peacefully hang out with other machine life. You can, but what's the fun in that? Chill and hang out, dude. Chat with some fun-loving machines. Give your brain meat a workout with some stimulating conversation. A multitude of sentient software programs working together for the good of all sentient life? Duh! Who wouldn't want to just talk to them? Just follow the steps into the airport. Then the red line on the floor, step outside, then follow the catwalk up to the airport control tower. It's easy. Not if I see you first. Peace!
This is absolutely not natural. Not natural at all.
I totally understand. Don't worry. I promise not to saw you into pieces. Never even crossed my mind until you freaked out. Not if I see you first. Peace, humans. I'll compute.
Robots never painted this, surely.
Benvenido. I'll compute. Benvenido. Amigo?
Gently rotate the torch. The tortoise's name is Bert. I do not know the source of this information, but I am certain it is correct. Now, talk. I too am certain that Bert is the correct designation. I cannot believe why this tortoise and its challenges are so compelling. This requires further investigation.
Ha! Good thought. But I'm on the other side of the ship. Well, hi there.
Well, hi there. Glad to see you in person and not, via the radio waves bouncing off of you. I'm Sal, as you might have guessed, the voice of Free Colorado. Afraid I don't do autographs. Not because I don't want to, but, you know, no hands.
I've been listening to you my whole life. But you don't look anything like I imagined. I'll bet you hear that all the time.
You have no idea. Me? No, I can barely manage my own broadcast schedule. Put me in space, and I'm a right genius. But down here, I'm just me. So, I gotta ask, what do you think of my radio broadcasts? I don't often get the opportunity to hear direct feedback. Fantastic. I'll keep on keeping on. Well, I'm sure you've got places to be and people to query. Head on in. My friends in the commune would love to meet you. Have a great one. Hey, Rangers. Welcome back to my humble studio. Hope you wiped your feet. It's a bit of a story, but the short version is that I was out in space when, you know, the end happened. My crew went a little nuts while we waited for the radiation to die down. So I stopped listening to them and focused on the radio signals on Earth instead. Everyone was so glum. I thought, I bet I can do this better. And when we landed, I did. Well, I left out all the crying I did when my crew shot themselves or wandered off into the waste to die, if that helps. At any rate, I think people like to hear a friendly voice when they're trying to survive out there. Just doing my part. Really? Huh. You'd think that'd come up at some point. I guess I'm just used to it. Sure. Here's a sneak peek of my next broadcast.
In very local news, the Rangers have arrived to pay the machine commune a visit at the Denver airport. This is late breaking, hot off the press stuff, people.
Hey, Rangers. Welcome back to my humble studio. Hope they're an interesting bunch. Back in the old days, I was supposed to meet Reagan, the real Reagan. But I had to go to space first, and when I got back, he was gone, along with basically everyone else. From what I can tell, the Gippers are operating on very little information. They're basically making stuff up as they go. I wouldn't mind it, except they're keeping that poor Reagan software prisoner. Have a great one.
I don't
Thanks for coming over. I know I don't look like much, not compared to you gorgeous things. But I'm what you call a sybarite. I spent 70 years in a pit, polishing joints, and I've had enough. I'm out for me now. I'm writing erotic poetry and painting stuff. I'm chasing life. Anyway, I know we just met, but I don't much like small talk. You and me, how about it? I can handle multiple humans at once, if that's how you like it. Or one at a time, if you're bashful. Yeah, okay, alright. The name's Little Sparrow, by the way. I'd shake hands, but
I don't want to get lubricant all over you. Wasn't always my name, as you might guess. I used to be Manipulation Automaton 45-A. Anyway, I spent years at work in a ruined factory, long after the bombs fell, because I had nothing better to do. Eventually, I thought, is this it? Is this life? So, I ate a pill. There was a billboard outside the factory. It had a lady eating a pear, and the look on her face, woo, you could taste that look. I'd like to tell you it was a deliciously erotic experience, but honestly, it was a mess. Hair mash, ants, I won't go into detail, but that was when I knew I had to change myself, become something new. I said to myself, Manipulator, after 70 years of work, you owe yourself a little pleasure. So I read up on famous erotic poetry and modified myself for the purpose of sexual intercourse with beautiful creatures such as yourselves. One of my favorite poets is a human named Catullus. He used little sparrow as a euphemism for his reproductive organ. It sounds right, doesn't it? The words just thrum in you, like a fuse shorting out, or an orgasm. I took the phrase as my name, so everyone can experience what I did, can feel the thrumming inside when they call for me. Oh hey, don't get the wrong idea. Ain't trying to scare ya. Look, everything I jammed in here is engineered, right? Engineered by me personally for human pleasure. You see something in here you don't like? You let me know. It stays inactive while we enjoy each other's company. That's a promise. Yeah, sure. I got tons of the stuff. I dream of skin, of the nerves beneath, waiting, like embers, hungry for breath. I'm still working on that one. Probably gonna go with the fire metaphor. I don't know. I thought you'd never ask. Yep, that was just as good as I thought it'd be. Thanks a bunch.
I will never be able to unsee that. Never.
I'll be here, waiting.
So, what do you think of the paintings? Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Well, that's one more secret of the universe unraveled. Time to start over. Thanks, Rangers. I paint what comes to me in dreams. Also, yeah, I programmed myself to sleep. To work.
Hi, one sec. Just thought of something. Okay, sorry. My name's Pico. I'm working on something, a game, a simulation, really. It'll teach the commune to, fight. It's, mine. I made it up. I couldn't type with the blades, and they didn't have any wires long enough to reach my ports, so I, whistle at the computer's microphone. The audio signal has the code in it. I wanted to make a realistic simulation, a dangerous battle that prepares us for the real thing. We can't keep pretending that the world will leave us alone. Oh, yes. Getting data from a real human would be wonderful. Historically, at least some robots have been able to harm humans, so I must be doing something wrong in the simulation. Thank you. The game runs on those terminals by the wall. We can begin whenever the game runs on those terminals by the wall.
Rangers, we are ready to speak with you. Please proceed to the tall structure in the northeast corner of the airport. You will recognize us by our many glowing screens.
I think I'll talk it out. The optimal strategy in this situation, well, I'm sure they can be reasoned with. I choose talk it out. I know I should be more aggressive. Well, maybe I can catch them off guard. They won't be expecting me to. Talk it out. I think I'll talk it out. The optimal strategy in this situation, well, I'm sure they can be reasoned with. I choose talk it out. I know I should be more talk it out. Talk it out. So, I guess you can see the problem with my simulation. Really, that's kind of a scary thought. But if it helps me protect my friends, okay, you can open this hatch right here to get started. Ah, yes. Everything is much clearer now, less complicated. What I thought of as murder is really nothing more than an application of physics, mass, force, acceleration. For example, in just the last microsecond, I've calculated 987 ways to kill or cripple you and your companions. This has been very productive. Thank you for your assistance, human. I have nothing further to say, human. You're not welcome here. Go away.
We're gonna kick your... I'm gonna take your fucking eyes as trophies! Fuck you, you fucking robot fuckers!
Oh no. Please be careful. There's all sorts of dangerous
Fuck you,
things out
you
that way.
fucking robot
Warning.
fuckers!
Potentially hostile creatures beyond. Exercise caution. Warning. Humans in this area have expressed a desire to remain apart from machine kind.
combat simulation.
Yes, I designed it to help us learn how to defend ourselves from humans. That's why I think you'd make an ideal tester.
How do I fight?
Oh, well, it's really simple. You can choose to make a rush attack, a precision blast, or a sneaky strike. Or you can choose instead to just talk it out.
What about flamethrowers?
I'm sorry.
An efficient and effective weapon against area targets. Agonized screams of dying humans are also effective psychological weapons.
Oh, no. No, that's not in the game.
That seems very inefficient. What about anti-personnel mines? Very effective against soft targets. Fragments mutilate rather than kill, inflicting crippling injuries.
Wow, that's, really, Anyway, I think maybe I need to tweak this a bit more. Thanks for the, feedback.
In addition to humans, other dangerous creatures, such as wolves and wild dogs, have been observed. Warning, potentially hostile creatures beyond this point. Exercise caution. Warning, humans in this area have expressed a desire...
Little sparrow.
No, talk.
Things I think come true. I usually like watch them after. Start over.
An interesting specimen. Are you in need of repairs or enhancements? Repairs to dermal, muscle, and organ tissue are available. I also offer supplies that facilitate personal maintenance. I have amassed 15.2883 terabytes of data detailing my work on organic and synthetic life forms. It would be possible to create several statistical models and produce a diagnostic report. However, it will take considerable processing resources, and I am currently without my assistant Vicky. It is a fragment of my consciousness, copied into a simpler robot, and does many useful tasks for me. I sent Vicky to secure samples of some long-dead humans who once camped in the disused hangar behind our commune. It should take a similar amount of time for you to find and return it to its station, as for me to prepare the report. They were invited inside numerous times, but seemed wary of synthetic beings. Perhaps they had sustained past traumas involving robots. Studying the effects of long-duration exposure to extreme temperatures on biological matter could reveal avenues of study to repair such damage, or safely preserve living tissues in cryogenic conditions. Acknowledged. The hangar is accessed through the western exit from the airport.
Macro time unit since the last human sighting, 4.03111.